This is Isabelle Litzler, the place to be to develop your skills and grow your potential. So this video is about the most attractive employers in Switzerland. I usually talk about this on a regular basis. I will share the link with you. This is actually for students who are out of school and they're looking at or they're surveying to see what are the most attractive employers. So this is more for young talent. But I think it gives us an idea of where it's going in terms of what are the attractive employers. So again, I will share the link with you. You have to enter your email to get the full report on the link. And then you can read the whole thing. But again, I wanted in this video to give you some snapshots. So when I was reading through, what was really interesting for me is that, of course, amongst the students, what became a little bit more important than before, for example, was the flexible work hours. So this is really 2021. We learned to work differently, and now it's going to be, I think, part of the package where people get used to having maybe some work from home to be able to work at their own rhythm, you know, and not necessarily have to go into work every day. This is now, it became now a normal thing to have some work from home. Where remember before, that was something you had to earn. And that was not so long ago where only a few people could work from home unless you were in a specific company culture. But now it's becoming really a given. So I was doing a little bit of an analysis of the most attractive employers because you have the whole listing and I'll let you look at it from business to engineering, what are the top companies, and I think you have the top 20 again that are provided. So it's quite dense. But when I was going through it, I realized that there's really some names that keep coming back as being really the big employers for Switzerland. And they're not necessarily Swiss, by the way, but they're just the most attractive. So across the board, the company that really keeps coming back, and it's not going to be a big surprise for you because it's also from anywhere you are watching this video from. You see this company, it's Google. So Google is definitely across the board, no matter what your profession is, it's really the employer that a lot of people want to get into. So number one, Google comes as top of the list. Number two, again, this is not going to be a big surprise in my view, it's Nestle. So Nestle is actually in Switzerland, is a Swiss company, but really somewhere where people want to work. Rolex is also there that I thought was coming back. Now there's some Swiss names that maybe you don't know as much, like the SBB. So the SBB is the train railroad. So actually a lot of people want to work there. They have a good reputation. So SBB is out there. CERN is also out there for people who are more in the scientific community or IT. Definitely way on top. In terms of labs or natural science, Roche and Novartis are coming strong. So this gives you a bit of an idea if you're thinking, well, what are some of the companies that are quite attractive for most? These names keep coming back. Now, the big surprise for me, in a way, or what was really interesting, and it's actually linked to my previous video about the number one sector hiring. Remember, it's the public administration. A lot of public administration is in that listing. So it was a surprise for me because I thought, well, those are young talent and those are their dream companies. So I was a bit surprised that they put public administration there. But in Switzerland, it's quite in demand. The UN is also strong. So people want to work for those big companies or big public administrations. Some of them are also public-private sector companies. It becomes a little bit technical there, but people want to work for the big businesses, which is interesting to note. They're not saying we want to work for such and such company, which is a startup, for example. So they're looking at big companies. So the city of Zurich, actually, and the public administration in the Swiss German part of Switzerland was quite high in the statistics. So people are looking for that kind of experience. You know, the railroad is also very big in terms of structure. So yeah, this is really what the dream companies are. So now whether they're yours or not, that's up to you to see, but at least it gives you an idea on the big players, big employers in Switzerland. So if you want to Google them, I will put those names below, and also the website, so you can check them out and see if you want to apply, because they're again big players and they're recruiting across the board for most of them. So you just need to check on the job description whether you fit. It's always the same thing. Do you fit the job description? Because it doesn't matter how great they are and how great you are. If you're a mismatch, it's not going to work. So feel free to check this out. Feel free to also check the whole report by the link below. Most attractive employers, and I think that should be it for you. And again, if you have questions, let me know. Send me a message here below. Where do you see yourself, for example, in the future working in Switzerland? Did you get replies to your applications or not? Let me know. And hope you have a good weekend. Thanks.